Something is going on in the amazing digital circus that bothers us so much that we just have to talk about it. It has something to do with the amount of wild theories out online suggesting some of the craziest things you could imagine. From the existence of Pomni's brother in the circus to Kinger being Kane's creator. I know the latter sounds ridiculous, but today we are talking of Pomni's brother making an appearance in the second episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. Is it possible? Places like Reddit and Tumblr are full of these wild theories. And even though some of them are too stupid to consider, we can't help but think about Pomni's brother making his way into the circus. It won't be the first time someone in the circus would have a family member in the circus. Take Kinger, for example. The king chess piece might act like a mentally unstable psychopath, but he was once as sane as the next person. His mental instability can be attributed to the fact that he has been in the circus longer than any other character. And we know that because Glitch Production confirmed it in a Twitter post. Another thing that makes Kinger's apparent insanity understandable is how old the chess piece is. From an age list dropped on Tumblr, we learned that Kinger is almost 50 years old. After uncovering Kinger's true age, we can't help but feel for the poor chess piece. Being an old man trapped in Kane's VR nightmare might be horrible, but it's nothing when you learn that once upon a time, he had a partner who abstracted. She was called Queenie. And before she went mad, she spent a lot of time with Kinger exploring the circus. The first clue we got about Queenie's existence was her crossed-out image on the door of one of the rooms on the way to see Kaufmo. Even though these were several images of other crossed-out characters, viewers felt a strong connection to the Queen chess piece, and they hounded Gooseworks for an answer. After keeping the wolves at bay for a while, she caved in and confirmed Queenie's existence, and it opened the floodgates for more fan theories. It's not every day the fans get a show's creator to reveal secrets ahead of time, but they won with Queenie, and her existence was all but confirmed, despite not making an appearance in the pilot. You may wonder what this has to do with the wild theory about Pomni's brother making it into the circus, but it has everything to do with it. Queenie's existence meant that there was a possibility other characters with links to our protagonist could come in later episodes. So if Pomni's brother would ever make it to the show, Queenie's existence makes it all plausible. We've already seen how the Candy Canyon adventure will introduce several other minor characters in the next episode of the series. If other episodes follow this route, there is no reason to doubt other characters won't make an appearance. One reason we want to believe this is because of the number of secrets Gooseworks and Glitch Production have been keeping when it comes to The Amazing Digital Circus. Despite revealing Queenie's existence, Gooseworks didn't want to reveal anything more about the character, and this has got us thinking. Did she do that because she doesn't want to spoil the show, or because it has something to do with upcoming episodes? Knowing how crazy the show's fandom is, Gooseworks might have done that to prevent them from going overboard with theories, and we can't agree more. A scroll through fan theories on Reddit reveals that a lot of fans will come up with chaotic theories just to satisfy their craving for more content on the amazing digital circus. We can't really blame them because the show's creators have kept them in the dark without a follow-up episode, and they are really starving for new content. Still, coming up with a completely new character based on nothing but pure speculation is silly, but that is something we're used to. Maybe we are getting ahead of ourselves by even entertaining the existence of Pomni's brother. To see if it's even remotely possible, let's examine what the theory has to say about him. After searching for all mentions of Pomni's brother online, we encountered a few theories that talk about a character named Pon, who enters the circus to rescue Pomni from her prison. The first thing we need to address is the lazy attempt at a name for Pomni's brother. We know that once humans enter the circus, they forget their names, and a new one has to be made for them, but picking Pon has to be the laziest attempt we've seen so far. And trust us, we see and hear a lot of lazy theories about the amazing digital circus. But this takes the cake. Forgetting the sad name a minute, the theory suggests that Pon's arrival in the circus shocks everyone because, so far, he is the only one able to remember the outside world. He tells Pomni he came to get her out of the circus despite being there for less than a day. The theory also claims that Pon's arrival in the circus does a lot of good for Pomni's mental health. We don't know if the expressions Pomni made at the end of the pilot episode is proof that the stress was getting to her, but we know that having someone from her human life would do wonders for her mental well-being. Before you get carried away by the idea of escaping from the circus, we just want to remind you that Kane isn't one to let go of any of his performers without a fight. If you want to find out if the characters stand a chance against Kane, you should subscribe to the channel. Nothing but a crazy theory. At the end of the day, the theory about Pawn putting on the VR headset to get Pomni out is just as crazy as it sounds. The most damning evidence as to why it's never happening is what Gooseworks said about having Kaufmo and Pomni together in the pilot episode. The show's creator wasn't too keen on having Kaufmo and Pomni make an appearance together in their human forms because it would be too much for the show. In our video on what happened to Kaufmo, we talked about how the clown had to be cut from the show due to the limit, and Gooseworks revealed this in a QA on Glitch's YouTube channel.
Kaufmo, kind of. He was gonna be part of the main cast. Although perhaps maybe Pomni would have been very annoyed by his jokes, maybe.
If they couldn't make space for Kaufmo, who was an original member of the circus performers, there is no chance in hell Pawn would get the time and resources dedicated to him unless there is something else we are missing. We know some fans may need more than that to convince them that Pawn will never make an appearance. So we have come up with a few more reasons why it can't happen. Counting the 6 characters plus the other abstracted ones in the cellar, we have to presume no one has found a way out of the circus-themed prison so far. This means that as far as we can tell, nobody has been able to uncover the secrets of the circus, which means it's impossible for a character to show up and just know how to leave. Kinger has been roaming the circus for years, yet he isn't even close to finding the exit. So it would be very unusual if another character miraculously found it. There is also the possibility that only certain characters can see the disappearing exit door, like Pomni. So far, only Kaufmo knew of the exit door, and it drove him insane. The only thing Pomni and Kaufmo have in common is the fact that they took on clown type costumes when they appeared in the circus. This would mean that only characters who look like clowns can see the exit, so Pawn should appear like a clown. We don't want to fuel the fandom's delusions, but the only way Pomni's brother would know a way out of the circus is if he has a history with the VR headset that brought Pomni there in the first place. We are taking a leap here, but what if Pawn knew the creators of the VR circus? It would be too convenient, but it would explain how the headset found its way into Pomni's room in the first place. It would also explain why he knows secrets about the circus, like how to keep his memories from getting wiped and how to get out. If you really want to max out on the delusion, you might say, Pawn is the creator of the VR circus, but that's going too far. With everything we have seen and heard so far, it's just too stressful to make claims we can't back up. A made-up character like Pawn doesn't really make sense when you look at it from all angles. The fact that Gooseworks has never talked about Pomni's brother proves that it's just one of those things fans make up to make their fantasies come true. We know a lot more characters will make it to the show, like Gumagoo and Orbsman, but most of them will be NPCs who won't be that crucial to the plot. They would probably make an appearance in one episode and disappear forever into the background only to be replaced by more wacky characters. Right now, we know that the show will have a total of 8 episodes, so there's no telling what will happen several episodes into the series. That being said, the Candy Canyon adventure should provide more info on the lore and help satisfy the crazy fans who want something more. We know the fandom loves to cook up these theories regularly, but sometimes they are so bad you just have to call them what they are. We still believe there are a lot of secrets to be uncovered in the Amazing Digital Circus, but that will only happen as we get more episodes. With just one episode, Glitch has been able to garner a crazy amount of fans who spend hours thinking up new theories about their favorite characters, and we wonder what will happen when they get more from the lore. The worst that could happen is the explosion of unbelievable theories fueled by obscure Reddit pages and lame content farms. It doesn't matter how bad things get in the circus. You can always expect Kane and Bubble to brighten everyone's day with a diabolical adventure. If you want to learn more about the lore, we have a video about the new characters and a close-up of the voice actors behind your favorite characters. If you're going to spend that much time learning more about the Amazing Digital Circus, it only makes sense to subscribe to the channel.